Hello everybody, it is me, the Grey Mortal, Gamer from the Slaughter, and I am back from the PC conference. I don't think I'll have too much to say about it, but we'll see. First, background check, which is I've been playing PC games ever since I was a kid, but I don't know, I don't think like Reader Rabbit and the PC version of Sonic and Knuckles count. But aside from that, as far as like stuff on Steam and stuff, I've been playing games like that for like a couple of years or so now. I'm cool with it. I like it. Like, my thing is, I don't care too much about where I play my games as long as I'm able to play games. Don't care if it's console, don't care if it's the best console, don't care if it's the best computer, don't care if it's handheld, I don't even care if it's mobile, even though I'm not that major of a fan of mobile, but still. I just like to play games. It's as simple as that. Now, aside from that, well, I'm not a major fan of the whole technical aspect of PC games, which is why I like to play most of my games on consoles instead of having to spend like almost $1,000 on a PC that can play almost any game that's strong enough to handle them. I mean, still, sometimes I just like PC games, not only because some of them are only available on the PC. I don't know. I guess I just like it sometimes. There are some games that I know are on the console I can still play on the PC. I don't know. I'm weird like that. But yeah, enough about that. On to the games. Whereas they showed a lot. I would say it was a very, very decent presentation overall. It was kind of like Xboxes, where they mainly just show a lot of games, except that one time they talked about a new computer that's coming, but they didn't spend too much time on it. And of course there were more talking, but yeah, it was pretty good. It was just good. Not great, but it was good. Sorry. As far as games that stand out, well, there is this one called Sinking City, or I don't know if that's the name of it, and I remember, like, one thing's for sure, they didn't even show us like a full-on trailer. Like, the guy was just talking. Like, you can see the footage in the background, and I was like, why aren't we just watching the footage? Or at least, why didn't we get to see the footage, the audio and everything first, then get to the talking, like the rest of them? This one was actually interesting. I was invested. It was like a Sherlock Holmes. It was almost like a mix of Sherlock Holmes / Indiana Jones, and it was actually interesting. And then that guy with the marks on his face did some kind of voodoo magic. At least it looked like it could be voodoo, and it had me invested. But man, I did not think they did that one justice. You know, like, sadly. Another game that stood out to me was this game called Nightcall. Now, they showed another game before that kind of had like a rather similar premise, except it was cyberpunk. But honestly, Nightcall was just a lot more interesting to me, not only in art, but I don't know, just the aesthetic in general. It just grabbed me more, because it seemed like this big, dark detective story where you're not just a cab driver. Well, because like both of them are the case where you're a cab driver, but you're also trying to solve a mystery, where Nightcall is more, they seem to really put more of an emphasis on the detective part. And honestly, I'm interested. I may not be the smartest person, but I don't know, I do like to test myself. So I'm curious to see if I can indeed do well in this game. Don't make it too easy now, devs. But yeah, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I am just fascinated. It just seems cool. It's like I know both could technically be noir stories, but I don't know. Just the latter just came off a lot more interesting to me. Like I don't know how to put it, like more noir to me than the other one. And the second one just won me over. And the other one made by or at least published by the same people. Made or published, I don't remember which was the case. But it was called Sable. It looked awesome. At the same time, I have very mixed feelings about it. Because like it seemed like it's cell shaded. As far as I can tell by the looks of it, it's definitely cell shaded, and I love cell shaded games. I don't know, the way they handled it kind of conflicts with me a little bit, because at first it didn't look much, and it kind of looked a bit off-putting. But then the more they showed, the more I was like, oh, actually this looks pretty cool. Looks like it could be a fun game to explore. Even I just hope there's actual stuff to do in that game. But it seemed interesting enough, and honestly, later on, the look of the game won me over. But I don't know. I still have I still have conflicting thoughts over its presentation, but for the most part, I actually for the most part, I actually still like it though. Still have some issues with it, but I still like it for the most part. I don't know. It's complicated, or I'm just being weird, whatever the case. But anywho, moving on from that, that's all that really interested me. But I do want to make some comments about some things, such as the whole Battle Royale thing, where to me, as far as I can look, at least two of those Battle Royale games look almost as if they could be PUBG and Fortnite. I'm not into the Battle Royale genre, so I don't play Fortnite. I am not into Fortnite. I am not into PUBG. They're just not my thing. And it's kind of funny because I'm a competitive guy. I love competition. But I don't know. For some reason those games don't attract me. But I'm starting to detect the problem, because it seems like now, because I don't know how you can easily flesh out a Battle Royale game and differentiate them from each other, because they're starting to look the same to me now. And all people are constantly trying to point out what makes Fortnite and PUBG different. But to me, almost all the Battle Royale games I was able to see so far look kind of the same. Or at least they play the same. I guess a better way to put it. Like, more accurately, they seem to play the same. And it's just not interesting. It almost seems like they're indeed copying from each other. And I'm kind of worried about that. Or who knows, maybe if there's a Battle Royale game that comes out that would actually be interesting to me, then maybe I will probably consider getting it. But right now, it doesn't. And by the looks of it, it seems like the Battle Royale genre, if it doesn't do something quick to destabilize the similarities between them, it may kill itself before it actually takes, before anything that could really take it up a level actually comes out. And I feel that'd be a darn shame. At least that's how I see it. And then the Telltale games, the whole Walking Dead. Okay, so apparently there's two, which I think the one of them is supposed to be a Battle Royale Walking Dead. I can't tell. But I'm not really into The Walking Dead in general. I don't know about the comics, but the show, I couldn't get into it. And the games, I kind of wanted to try them. I might still try them out. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I'm just tired of, like, at this point, I feel the whole zombie thing has been done to death. It's like to where there probably are differences, but like, I don't know. Right now, the only one that stands out enough to me, in a bit of an ironic way, that I'd be in any way interested in playing, is Let It Die. I honestly am thinking about that other one. I know they made Death Battle, made a Death Battle the main character, and so far, well, actually both of them, Resident Evil and whatever the other game was. Those are the only other zombie games I would be willing to get into. That and Let It Die. But other than that, that is, well, it. Every other zombie game right now, I don't know, just comes off too much of the same. And I know that's a little contradictory in a way. Because, you know, because I play Mario, and I like Mario. And I don't, well, actually, yeah. So that's a fault there. I don't know. I'm not gonna defend that, but I'm just gonna end it with, well, still, the kind of game that these most of these zombie apocalypse games are, still don't interest me. It's just as simple as that. It just so happens that games like Resident Evil, that other one with its main character and stuff, and even Let It Die are the only ones that interest me right now. That's all I have to say as far as that goes. As far as other stuff they showed some VR stuff. I guess that's nice. And well, that's kind of it. They showed some space travel stuff, and I'm not really into that right now. And oh, they also showed Don't Starve, an expansion. And you know, by now, especially if you've been one of the few people that have been keeping up with the gamer from the slaughter, you know that I'm definitely into Don't Starve. Even though it's been a while since I played, but I'm still into the game. I do want to get the expansions with the giants and the boats now, but I definitely like the new expansion that's coming to it. That, you know, the friggin' pigs. They moved on into the industrial era. I just can't get over that. And it looks like it's going to change the way the game plays quite a bit, and that is just cool to me. That's just very, very interesting. I'm definitely going to work on picking that up. And I'm not done with Don't Starve. I will get Maxwell. I'll figure something out, but I'm not gonna give up. But yeah, odds are Don't Starve is gonna be one of the really long-lasting series on my channel. So yeah, definitely definitely look forward to that. I don't know if you like it. There's other stuff I play. I basically just play whatever interests me and whatever YouTube won't, you know, punish me for. YouTube or Twitch. So yeah, like such as Yandere Simulator, for example, I will get to playing that. It's just like, as far as Yandere Simulator goes, apparently it's not allowed on Twitch. I don't know if it's still like that, but that one's likely going to be a YouTube exclusive. I try to usually have them on both, like games on both platforms, but like say Nintendo games, those are Twitch exclusives because YouTube and Nintendo. And well, now in that game is a YouTube exclusive because Twitch. Well, just as simple as that. And oh wow, it's just oh wow. But overall, as far as how I feel about the presentation, it was very decent, very decent. I didn't like how they, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say I didn't like it, but I didn't really care for how much they talked, but that happens. And hell, I mainly just listened to music throughout bits of the presentation. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So, well, that's this. And now, lastly, to get on to the Nintendo one. But my guest, unfortunately, you know, we could, you know, like, we have to postpone it into, like, this Sunday. The video may come out that Sunday or the Monday after. But right now, he is unavailable. And though he still wants to do it, and so with that being the case, I'm sorry, I don't want to keep you waiting, but I hope you get to bear with me though. So yeah, so with that said, last up is Nintendo, and maybe I'll make like an overall E3 video on how I felt about this year's E3. And with that said, I'm gonna go. This is the Gamer from the Slaughter, and I await your next visit.